welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we're working on this pattern here. This is 3936 on friendshipbracelets.net. So I'm going to copy this and bring it over to my template and paste it. Use my little move tool to get it off to the side. Now this one is kind of interesting in the sense that the halfway point in here is like a spot right in the middle, and the halfway point here is also one. So let's put this onto a new layer. Let's go down to the other layer and see what we can do here. So my thought was, the last time I wanted to offset the two patterns and I couldn't because they didn't end in the same kind of spaces, but this one looks like it might. So let me grab the color green and let's see how does this go in. It's right there in the middle, comes out like this, right? And then when we flip it, that'll be the one below that, right? Right. So now we need this gray color. This is in the corner here and the corner there. And then it comes out up here like this. Now I think in order, if we're gonna try to offset this, we might not use all four colors. So I'm kind of playing it a little bit cautious here at the moment to see how this is gonna pan out. But yeah, so essentially we get the two squares above it, and that goes like this. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in the center area. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen to any of this. This is kind of a bit uncharted for me. And the green came all the way out. Like that. Then this dark color is going to be in the middle here, here, and out here. So I'm going to guess that's going to be right smack dab in the middle there. Again, I'm not sure about the red just yet. I suppose it will be. Let's take a look now. We'll go back to our pasted layer and we'll move this down because this will be the new spot for the other side. So we still have the gray. Let's go back to our layer. It goes like that. Right, so that's our single square. The other one will be right below it. And this will be a black string coming out all the way to the center, I guess, because of that. So let's put in our second one. 2. This goes all the way out, right? Because then the next space is this green. Right, and then the green does it twice. And then we would have had the little bit of black spacing in here and here, but that can come actually connective. So these are our two spaces inside. So then now the black one does the smaller bit here and the smaller one again. So spacing wise, this looks like it's working out pretty cool. Making these black dots in the center kind of helps to add to all of that. I think the first thing we need to do is to figure out kind of the strings in this. I think the black string will be probably the easiest to work out first. Okay. So there's... Oh. After it does the little diamond there, this would have come out, right? Yeah. That would be the black over here. I was wondering where that black string comes from. It comes from over here. And because it's kind of doing these long lines or whatever, it's kind of easy to see exactly where these are all falling into place. Again, I still don't know if we're gonna have 3 or 4 colors for this, but this is more in line with what I wanted to do with the last bracelet. And yeah, I'm actually kind of happy to see that the pattern actually works out kind of the way I wanted it to before, because I think I would have been really disappointed if both of these didn't turn out right. So and it looks like we have some very long rows, but they do cross over each other, so if one string gets used a lot more than another, we can possibly trade up and make it go a different way, which should be good in case that's a problem. That said, I think some of this is going to be really cool looking. So after we get the black in this one, I think it's obvious that we have to put in the green and kind of see what it's doing and how potentially good or bad that is. All right. I guess I can start at the bottom. Well, it's really the midway point, right? So that goes this way, comes out and bounces in the corner there. Get the other side of this as well. So a lot of it is pretty straightforward. So like if we're creating a pattern from scratch, it might quite go exactly how this is going. I just happen to have something that inspired me to try something different. And this is not your typical how to double a pattern. This is more like using a pattern to create something completely new and different. Although we are actually doubling the number of strings, so it went from 8 to 16. So that's all that. Let's finish up this other side. And because the two sides sort of overlap with each other, that's where I'm running into this problem of knowing what I can do with the white and the red, because this space here would make all the difference in the world as to whether or not that turns out cool or not. So, right, because if this diamond here is red, where it comes out, it'll be right here. I don't know. Anyways, let's fill in this green. Yeah, so as you can probably tell by now, this is not rehearsed. This is me in real time trying to solve for a pattern that I thought would be interesting. So there. So let's try the red and see if we can figure out what happens next. Interesting. There is a possibility. I'm gonna try messing with this. Right, so that kind of keeps it out of the way there. So this red comes in. Not sure. I think that kind of goes this way. Maybe not. Work that out in a minute. We might be able to still do this white. Right? I mean, I could just fill in all of this, could just be red, and this would be a whole lot easier than what I'm making it out to be. But I'm trying to see if we can still go with 4 colors, if that's even feasible with this. And so I'm kind of upping the ante on myself a bit, and I'm not sure if it works or not. And I think it's working. That's the part that I'm not hitting the... a very discouraging, nope, can't do it. I'm keep running into possible ways that it might actually work, which is kind of surprising me a lot. So the white one, 1, 2, 3, 5, something we're missing. There should only be 4 of these, so I'm not sure what up here. Got 1, 2. Oh, we're missing a red. Hang on, where's the, ah. Is that how it went before? Yeah. So, okay, now we got 2 reds, 2 greens. Now we can put in the white ones and see if this actually even works, which kind of looks like it is, but also very nervous. Right, so that's coming this way and veers off, comes to the inside, it comes over this way. It comes this way. A lot of zigzags, a lot of forcing a string to go in an unusual way in order to make it work, but it's making it work. And I'm just working 1 string down at a time so I can really better see what I'm doing, making sure that I'm not making a mistake with this. I'm trying to basically picture how this actually turns out, and yeah, look at that. This will be the most unusual doubling of a bracelet that I've had in a while, at least. Oops. And there's enough little things, you know, with the changing of colors and the shapes and everything else, that putting this together should actually be kind of almost straightforward. And then this one over here is white as well. Wow. Yeah, I came into this knowing what I kind of wanted to do, but not sure if it would work. And the fact that it is working is absolutely blowing my mind. This is really super cool. While I'm filling in the last of this, let me just thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members who have made all of this possible. Without their support, I wouldn't have the strength to make it. And yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch of string for this. There we go. Yeah, so it's similar to the original, but very, very, very different. So let's hide the one that we did there. And this time we just need to kind of copy the whole top half. Control C, Control V, use our flip tool. And there it is. Go back to the select so we can anchor it. And there is our bracelet, guys. That is really, really fun. I suspect it's going to be a challenge to make, but I'm also seeing like these large patches that looks like segment knotting for it will be really kind of nice and easy. We can like take out big chunks at a time. So this might actually go kind of fast. I don't know. Obviously, I have to pay real close attention to the pattern. This is not going to be an easy bracelet, but it is a very fun one. So, hey, well, thanks for hanging out with me. I really kind of bit off a big one here, didn't I? So, yeah, we'll see tomorrow, see how this goes. All right, so thank you. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.